It's still happy hour with John Gaskins, but it's almost over. Last call.
Here's another guy who we all feel robbed of from the 2025 season. We just chatted with Lofton Ografsky, and the defensive version of that is Reis Kirschenmen, because a couple, even less than him, a couple games in, and you were done. So I can't imagine how rip-roaring, ready to go you feel for this season.
Yep, I'm ready to go. I mean,
a little closer there.
Yep, I'm ready to go. That was definitely one of the hardest years of my life, and just had to attack it day by day. And I mean, Charlie and all the guys around here had great support and helped me get back to where I was, and hopped in for spring ball and been full go for fall camp, and I'm ready to go. I feel great.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the most pleasant way to ease into a conversation, especially since we just met, but take us back to the moment that it happened, what you felt, just physically, but then obviously in the moments and the hours and whatever days after, when you realized this is really this is it. You know?
I don't know. Just went in for a tackle, wrapped him up, pulled, felt like a pop in my arm, and couldn't really lift my arm up. Went over to the sideline and stuff, and I don't know. They went and X-rayed it, nothing really, and I don't know. Doc said I couldn't really lift my arm up, so I couldn't go out and play really. So I was done for the game, and then, went and got an MRI, saw that it was torn. Can't really play football without a pec. So I don't know, got surgery, and then just been chipping away ever since.
How'd you explain the time when you're spending a ton of time in the training room and on game day? I mean, did you travel with the team, or were you here?
I did travel with the team.
You did travel with the team, but you're having to watch.
Yep.
For you, what was that like?
I just felt like I left the guys out to dry out there. I wanted to be out there with them and battle and compete and help them win games, and so that was tough. And I don't know, it was really nice that Dan let me travel, and I got to go to all the games and help support the guys from the sidelines, but I really tried to help them out.
Some people say that watching from the sidelines helps, especially quarterbacks, but I don't know if that's the case with everybody. For you, did it help, or did it just suck?
Yeah, it sucked. I don't know. Just
helping you understand the game more or whatever, see the game.
Yeah, it just kind of sucked and made me want to go out there, especially when I started feeling better after surgery towards the end of the season. Felt like I could just wrap it up and go back out there. It kind of pissed me off a little bit, but I was good.
Yeah. At what point did it feel all just 100% complete, ready to go, back to normal?
Honestly, I could probably say 6 months after surgery, but I know it wasn't. It was kind of a slow process. Probably took about till 9 months, to be honest, 8 or 9. So I don't know, even during spring ball, it was pretty limited, but it's good to be back out there now full.
Yeah. Now what are you observing about this defense, particularly the defensive line, because so many of you guys are back? I'm sure it's more cohesive. I'm sure you understand the language of Bergie's defense better compared now to a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, and I love all the guys that play with all the chain gang. I mean, Jay Syfor, Logan Green, Carter Sitzman, Dawson Ripperda. I mean, we're all best buds outside the field, and we hang out outside the field too. Outside the field, which makes our on-field play even better. I mean, the chemistry is all there, so it's great. And then even some of the young bucks that are coming up, we hang out with them outside the field too, and it's just great to see the development. And there's just so much. It's just way easier to play out there, and you play for the guy next to you, and you know him and you love him off the field.
Give us an idea of what it's like to go up against your also experienced offensive line all the time.
It's great. I love the offensive line. I mean, just like all the D-line, the offensive line we're all buds off the field too. Yeah. So it's great that we can go on the field and battle it out and hash it out and talk crap and get mean at each other for a while, and then go back into the locker room and know that we're best buds and gonna hang out this weekend or whatever.
Okay. Chase Van Told, did you play with him in high school?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because again, I was telling you beforehand, I called some of your state championship games at T. It's all a blur. 3, 4, 5 years ago, you played in 3 of them. I remember both of you guys running around and making plays. How well did you know him? Because I know he's not your same age.
Oh yeah, he's my same age.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought he wasn't.
Really well. He's actually we're next door neighbors. Grew up playing all sports and
so you're really good friends.
Your
whole life.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Brothers.
So I'm going to use the term. What was it like? with both of you getting hurt, him a little bit later, but still halfway.
Yeah.
He missed a bunch of games. Were you able to
Yep.
bond over that? Was
yeah.
it nice, especially somebody who you've known your whole life and have been a football teammate with? How did you lean on each other?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard. I mean, especially when I got hurt, because then I was kind of just like living out there through him and, watching him ball out and play and stuff. And then he got hurt. And, yeah, it was good to just, battle off each other and just help each other up when we needed it and just get through everything together.
You two are such key components coming back. How much? Give us an idea of not just how much better, but why the defense is going to be better with the two of you back in those units.
It's both of us, but honestly, it's all of us. I mean,
Yeah.
the way all of us are out there playing together, and like I said, I said the D-line's close, but it's really the whole defense.
Yeah.
I mean, linebackers, too, are all just so close, and all the guys have been just putting so much work in and all this extra time, extra film. I mean, whether it's walkthroughs or extra, we'll be out here Mondays through Wednesdays, getting extra field work. And so everybody's chomping at the bit, and they felt what everybody felt last year. That's not up to our standard, and that wasn't even close to what we're going to do. So,
you guys feel like you'd be ready to play Saturday, or are you glad you have 2 weeks?
We're ready to go.
It seems like it.
We're ready to go.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet
Thank
you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Reis Kirschenmen
Have a good
here
day.
on Happy Hour. It's Jackrabbit Media Day here in Brookings, and we have a chance to talk with one of the returning defensive starters, one of the few in the secondary that is back, the safety, Dontay Johnson, Fort Collins, Colorado. And before I get to anything else, one of the more interesting names of a high school I've ever seen, Colorado Early College.
Yeah.
That's where was it an unusual type of high school? Is it what it says it is?
Yeah, Larry. So it's really a charter. So there's no sports that go on there. So I had to school of choice. So the school I actually played for was Fort Collins High School. But the school that I did all my academics and my school for was Fort Collins, Colorado Early College. Was basically just a school where you were able to try to get as many college credits as you can. So I was able to go there, kind of do what I needed to do, and I graduated my associate's degree out of Colorado Early College.
And Fort Collins your whole life, or is that?
I was originally born in Arizona.
Okay.
Phoenix, Arizona. Lived there first 10 years of my life.
Okay.
That's where my dad's from. My mom's from Colorado. So once I was about 9 or 10 years old, made the choice to move to Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado. And my mom just has family out there, so it was nice to be around, grandma, grandpa, uncle, all that.
And you can go outside in the summer.
Yeah, you can go out outside in the summer, man.
And enjoy it.
Yeah. Really beautiful area.
Were you much of a Colorado State fan, being right there?
I mean, growing up, everybody wanted to be an Oregon fan, so I was an Oregon fan originally. But as I was in Fort Collins,
I have sons your age. They
the
wanted
uniforms.
Ducks from South Dakota. No reason other than it looks cool, right?
Yup, exactly.
Yeah.
But as I lived in the Fort Collins area and I started to go to Colorado State games, I started to become more of a Colorado State fan and just thought it would be really cool to if I got the opportunity to play there, it would be awesome.
Okay. And did they recruit you?
They did recruit me. I mean, it's a long story. So going into my senior year, I was originally committed to Colorado State. And then when December came around, there was a coaching change, and when coaching changes happen, they have to reevaluate the recruiting class and stuff like that. So after the whole new coaching staff came in, I decommitted, put myself back out there through Twitter, just saying I'm looking for a home. And I was blessed with the opportunity that Coach Stiglmeyer reached out to me and brought me up here for an official visit, and the rest is history.
Well, tell us about how the rest became history. What made this the place that you decided to come?
Oh man, when I came here on my official visit, one, it was really cold, so that was my, that was the first thought I had about this.
Didn't deter you, or did you go?
No, it did not deter
me.
Just being around the coaches, getting to meet all the players, and then just the community. I went to one of the men's basketball games, and they were playing NDSU, and talk about an environment. Going there and just seeing the crowd, the fans, it was it was amazing. I was like, wow, this is something I would love to be a part of. You could really feel the love from the community to all the sports. And then I go out to eat at Cubby's, and everybody there just excited to see any type of sports that goes on there. But I mean, just being here, just for the short amount of time on my official visit, I really fell in love with the place.
Well, look, you almost feel like an OG here. You actually played when Stiegelmeier was still the coach. I'm not going to say that feels like ancient history. You got to play 9 games as a true freshman. Then you got hurt. Then the medical red shirt in 2023. And then you got to play a bunch in 24 and 25. And here we are. All of a sudden, you are a senior. But, I'm curious going from playing on a defense led by Jimmy Rogers, the different DCs you've been able to have, and landing at Brian Bergstrom right now, because those two alone, that's 2 ends of the spectrum right there.
Right.
Or, well, it seems like it. You can tell me.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I have to say is both of them are really smart coaches.
Yeah.
They both came in. They both created, the defensive system that we had. So, when the turnover came around and Coach Bergstrom took over, there wasn't a whole lot of change. But both coaches are, really smart, got a really high IQ. And, at the end of the day, they both want to do what's best for the defense, and they want to make sure that defense allows less than 10 points every game.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Last year, how would you describe the defensive performance last year?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just an adjective, because I'll let you describe it.
I would say gritty. I would say gritty.
Okay.
I could say physical. I could say perseverance. There were some ups and downs for sure, but overall, I would say the defense just never lost hope or never wanted to give up.
Yeah.
There were a lot of times where it seemed like the defense was down and stuff like that, but when you were on the sideline or you be in the locker room at halftime, you never saw anyone waver or anything like that. There was always still belief that we were going to go out there and we were going to dominate that next play, that next quarter, that next half, whatever it was going to be.
Yeah. Describe the guys that you get to see in front of you, because so many of them return and so many of them are good players on the line and the linebackers. What pops out at you? I know you're concerned about your responsibility, but you're also watching what's unfolding before everything flows to you.
Yeah.
What do you see up there?
I mean, to start off, I got to give a shout out to our chain gang. We have, in my opinion, I believe that we have one of the best D lineman crew in the country.
Yeah.
They set the tone up front. They're selfless. They do their job front, and if it wasn't for them, the secondary, we wouldn't be able to do our job.
Yeah.
And then moving up to our linebackers, we have 5 linebackers who have, a lot of experience. So it's awesome that I've been able to build that connection with them, build that chemistry with them. And, I'm just really excited to see, what this season has in store for this whole defense, because, just from, last season and just working our way through, the off season, you just really feel the chemistry and the brotherhood and the connectedness just start to grow with all of us.
What absolutely needs to happen to go from what you were last year as a defense to enough to win a national championship? Because people don't mind throwing that term around here all the time. What needs to and what have you been working on the most, especially from the secondary crew in August?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of ways that you could look at it, because from a defense, you look at the game and you look at you get better, you need to get better at this.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of things that go into it. But overall, I would just say that we just need to finish games, honestly.
Yeah.
I think we have one of the best returning defenses coming back this year, and I think we just need to finish games. That's really the best way that I could put it. And I think we have all the pieces, we have all the talent, and everything we need to be a successful defense this year.
What's it like going against your offense every day?
Oh, man, it's something. The offense has a lot of weapons on there. Chase Mason started off. He's one talented quarterback. Getting a look from him just every day, it makes us a better secondary. It makes us a better defense.
Is there something that happens every day where you're just like, holy crap?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Him scrambling out to one side and then for somehow throw a ball across field and it's completed, and you're just like, oh, well, that's Chase Mason for you.
Yeah.
The wide receivers always give us a good look. Graham Goring, he's the veteran of the group, and it's been really nice to see him step into that leadership role and just really lead a lot of those younger guys like Lofton and Jack Schmitty.
Yeah.
In the tight ends, tight ends might be one of the most physical groups I've played against since I've been here. You have guys like Coleman Coons, you have guys like Grayton Gannon who are leading the way for them, and it's just really been awesome to see just how this offense has developed, and they're going to be lethal this year.
Hey, best of luck. It was nice to meet you. You're okay at this. So now you're only going to get better after going through this with me. Dontay Johnson, Jackrabbit Safety here on Happy Hour. One of the Jackrabbits' many returning notable defensive players, Dawson Ripperda on the defensive line, joining us here from Jackrabbit Media Day. And, I mean, look, a reason why you guys are picked to win the Valley and picked third in the country in a national poll. So many guys are returning on both sides of the ball, especially on defense. Lose my hat. How exciting has that been? What level of confidence is there, especially maybe compared to a year ago? And hello.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's night and day between this year and last year. Just having all the
Mic up, just there you go.
this year and last year, it's just a crazy transition. You know, obviously we had just new players, new faces, new coaches, and this year we're a lot more comfortable together, and it just makes it a whole lot easier to train with each other when you've been together for so long. So
it feels like for the entire football team, you know, you kind of had 3 seasons there: the 7-0 start, the 4 losses in a row, and then the the mighty wins over UND and New Hampshire, and it's kind of the tail end of that season. How would you describe just the overall defensive performance or the defensive flow of the season last year? How would you sum up the defense last year?
I mean, we show glimpses of greatness. There's games where we were on top of it, and there was a lot of games where we weren't. So it was just a little bit of inconsistency we had last year. So this year, that's something that we've been focusing on in the off season, is just being a consistent defense and bringing the same team every single week. So yeah, we got to cut the inconsistency out.
Okay, and what have you guys been doing to do that? What has Coach Bergstrom been really harping on?
Well, it's a lot of just making the defense simple and letting us play fast. Last year was a little hectic when all the new coaching staff came in. It was a little different, a lot of new faces, and you had to adjust and you had to adapt to every week and what they had to say. And sometimes it wasn't the most efficient, but at the end of the day, you got to put the ball down and play. So that's a lot on us. So I think this year we focus on just playing fast, making it simple, and just playing ball, having fun.
Who are the guys in your unit on the defensive line who, when you're around them day after day, especially when you're in the bigger situations in practice where you're going, wow, I mean, he's going to be good?
Yeah, we got a handful of guys that I can call out a lot of dudes this year. From last year, we got more depth, and there's a lot more guys you can call out. We got the Reis Kirschenmens, we got the Carter Sitzmans, you got Jace Syfor, you got Logan Green. I mean, we got young guys like Blake Leiferman coming up, and there's some other guys that have not been seen that have been putting in a lot of work that are going to make a lot of plays this year.
So this can be a tricky question just because, maybe it's not tricky. Reis is out after the second game. You're right there in the trenches with all these guys. Yeah. How does losing a player of that caliber, how did that kind of impact the rest of the season, and in specifically what way?
I mean, to be a good defensive line, you need depth, and it's hard for a defensive line to be that good for so long when you don't have anyone to rotate with. So a lot of the year I never got off the field, and having Reis out, it was hard. I mean, he's such a good player and such a good guy to have out there when you're with him. You know he's going to make a play for you. That was a tough part of the year, and we all had to adapt. Guys had to step up, and that's the biggest part about building depth. Next guy's always got to be ready and prepare like you're a starter. Really. Yeah.
So. What are his strengths as a player, and what have you seen from him that he's had a chance to get back in a uniform and make plays out here?
Phenomenal pass rusher. You can trust him getting to the quarterback most of the time. He's going to get there. Great pass rusher. He's good with his hands. He's quick. And he's got time. He's got more years in it, which makes it more exciting for him to be here and the caliber he's at.
Logan Green's been voted a captain. This is a guy who was a former walk-on. Are you a former walk-on?
I was a walk-on here.
Okay, because you have a lot. I mean, Dan mentioned today up at the podiums 5 defensive returning starters who were walk-ons at one point. So I'll first ask about you. How much of a source of pride is that for you?
It's awesome. I mean, you take a shot, you take a risk on yourself, and you really prove a lot of people wrong when you do that. So I had a chip on my shoulder early on when I came here, and Coach Rogers gave me a shot when I got here, and it's just awesome when it pays off when you finally get that scholarship. And
why was there that chip?
Because I had something to prove. I had something.
You felt you deserved a scholarship at this level.
Oh yeah. I mean, I put so much work into this, and I just knew deep in my heart that this is something I want. This is something I need. And to be quite frank, I wouldn't have been playing college football if it wasn't for a scholarship. So
what got you there? What got you to the scholarship? First of all, in your mind, what did they tell you earned it? and then take us into the moment where
Yeah.
you learned you earned it.
So actually, for those that don't know, my freshman year I played in Northern Illinois. I transferred. I'm from Larchwood, Iowa, Sioux Falls area.
Yeah.
Went to Northern Illinois on a full scholarship. Played a year there. Spring season came around, and I decided I didn't want to be there anymore. And so I went to the portal. Jimmy Rogers said, "Hey, there's a walk-on opportunity here, and if you bust your butt and you go work hard and you prove yourself, then you can earn yourself a scholarship." So I took that shot at myself. My parents thought I was crazy. My family thought I was crazy. And I told them, "Hey, I'm coming closer to home, and I'm taking a shot at myself." And preparation in that was hard, but it was enjoyable at the same time, and it paid off.
What got you to the finish line of the scholarship, in your own mind?
I would just say blocking out everything outside of, in my mind, honestly. There's a lot of people telling me I shouldn't have done it. A lot of people telling me that you're crazy for walking away from a full ride opportunity over at your school, and just being able to block out the outside noise and just know who truly I am as a player and as a competitor, that I was going to do it. So
Obviously,
it really wasn't that hard.
Obviously, you're just making plays and
Yeah.
making plays against guys with scholarships. Who notified you that you had attained the scholarship? And was it the stuff you see on College Game Day where there's a whole room full of guys?
No,
or?
it was pretty subtle. It was pretty, and I'm not a flashy guy. I don't like a big scene about it either. I was pretty happy that Jimmy called me up to his office and he sat me down and he said, "Hey, you earned it." And that, just having that personal just interaction with that and then being able to get to that, it was special in that moment. So yeah.
Let's go back to Logan Green, because he's another guy who was a walk-on. What do you feel earned him the title of captain?
Logan Green, great buddy of mine, awesome guy,
Yeah.
awesome person off the field, on the field. Biggest part that got him to be a captain is his leadership role. Obviously, I mean, if you're a captain, you're going to have good leadership qualities.
Yeah.
Takes control of things that might be uncomfortable for some people, and he steps right in and he says the things that need to be said. So like, it's kind of like one of those things. You have to have certain
Characteristics. You got it. You're there.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, he had all of them. So like, he's a great guy, great dude on the field and off the field, great leader.
Okay, chip on shoulder is a typical cliche used at this time of year before a season starts. It's okay because it's true. You had one, so I'm not. That wasn't making light of you saying it. It's setting up the question of how big of a chip of a shoulder does the defense have and this team overall have, or is there really one?
I mean, it's just one of those things. This is how we think about it. It's like, it's a new team. We haven't done anything yet, but we have something to prove, and it's not going to come easy, and we're going to work hard for it. But we put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this stuff that what our goals are is to be to meet our goals.
Yeah.
And be dominant on the field, show the fans, show everyone that all the work that we put in the off season is going to pay off. And so yeah, basically.
The last one I have is what will it take? If you look back on last year's defensive performance, good, clear, you get to the playoffs and you play a team that reached the semifinals, it got away. What are the things that absolutely have to be shored up to not let that repeat, to get you guys further this year?
You're saying what teams that we have to?
No, what aspects of defense?
Oh, okay.
How does the defense close the gap to become a national championship defense?
I mean,
what have you been working on to make sure?
Yeah, what we hammer is being consistent, discipline, being physical in every play, swarming to the ball. I mean, it's just basically those simple things. It's just doing it consistently is what makes it hard. Being a consistent defense every single week, preparation up into the game, watching film, everything, all the little details that go unseen is something that we have to hammer this year to be a great defense. So.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You did well. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dawson Ripperda here on Happy Hour.